I hope it's working. Testing. You.
Hi.
You.
Hi.
There you go. Okay, cool. So let's welcome back to Listen to the Words. I'm your host, Hernandez. This is my co-host. What's your name?
Kelly.
Oh, there you go. And we are joined by our third mic, or Bruce. No, I'm kidding. We have a special guest again today. Our daughter, Sophia.
Hi.
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 She's so enthused about being a
Yes,
part
I
of the show.
am.
She's so excited.
I asked you, and you were like, I was like, do you want to join the podcast? So you're like, okay, I will. So
I said sure. Okay. I wasn't that enthusiastic.
It wasn't an enthusiastic, yeah.
I was like, yippee! No,
well,
I was like,
too bad.
okay.
You're here.
Me.
So we just finished watching a really good show.
Yeah, we did.
What would you say? The Penguin
Yeah.
on HBO. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So the Penguin takes, if you, what in the world was that?
Your computer.
Anyway, just close it. So the Batman movie that came out, 2 years ago now? It's probably 2 years
Yeah, I think
by now.
so. Yeah. Because
So-
it was way before cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, cancer is almost a year ago. Oh, sweet Lord.
Yeah.
Well, when I got diagnosed.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Batman movie, which is fantastic with Robert Pattinson, aka what's the Twilight thing? Edward Scissorhands. Whatever. Whatever. His name is
I
Edward.
think.
Sparkling Bat Boy. He graduated to be the Batman, and
Yeah.
when he first got casted, I was like,
They made a vampire bat.
I didn't like
at
the
that.
idea of Robert Pattinson being Batman.
Yeah.
But-
it was I was nervous about that.
I was really I didn't have high hopes because Ben Affleck, I didn't have high hopes, but then he kind of became my Batman.
He
for a
nailed
bit.
He nailed it. And
So-
then Christian Bale. I think Christian Bale is one of the best.
He is one of the best. He's not the best.
No, I didn't say he was the best. I said one of them.
Who is your favorite Batman?
Um
I'm supposed to ask the questions here, not you.
Yeah, we will in a minute. We're gonna ask those questions in a second.
I think my favorite
Of all genres, all forms of media. I'm gonna preface with that.
all forms so animated
Uh-huh.
and live action.
Yep.
Honestly, I think my favorite is Christian Bale.
Okay.
But I mean the best Batman I think is Michael Keaton.
I think
For live action.
okay. My favorite Batman of all time is Kevin Conroy,
Yeah.
the voice of Batman, because he is
The animated series.
he is, and he's not only that, he's the animated Batman, like all of them pretty
Yeah.
much until he passed away, and there are a couple of spin-offs here and there.
Yeah.
But he is Batman to me. And
Yeah.
then live action,
Will Arnett is a good Batman too.
he is a good Batman for the Lego Batman series.
Yeah.
Sophia she's only been exposed to like one or two Batmans in her life.
Yeah.
Affleck.
We haven't watched the original Batman
No.
movies with her.
I think the best one was George Clooney, obviously.
No. And it's funny because I saw an interview with him and he said that he actually thought he ruined the franchise.
He almost did.
I
He almost did.
He was like, ugh.
He almost did.
He knows that he was not a good Batman.
So anyway, the Batman.
But I love George Clooney as an actor.
Yeah.
I think he's a good
he doesn't act. He's just himself.
But I think he's a good like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So the Batman with Robert Pattinson, we went to a fan event. I won tickets to it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw the movie a week before, I think.
Yeah.
And I thought it was phenomenal. It was a great
Yeah.
Batman movie. It was a great detective movie. It was a great
Yeah.
a psychological thriller.
Yeah,
movie.
it didn't even have to be a Batman movie. It could have just been a psychological
And
thriller.
I've seen that movie in English, Spanish. It was one of the few movies that I've watched with your father that he didn't fall asleep in.
Yeah.
Your dad was hooked on it, and I was like, "Oh my god, Rich didn't fall asleep. This tells you this movie's phenomenal. If Rich didn't fall asleep."
I know.
So he loved it. He loved that movie too.
Yeah.
I think that's the last one I saw with him.
Yeah.
But so when the Batman finishes, the TV show The Penguin picks up literally
After.
literally the second of.
Yeah.
And then I was reading today that where the Penguin movie finishes, the Penguin show finishes, is where Batman, the Batman sequel picks up like immediately right after.
Yeah.
I won't spoil how it ends, but you can see that that's where it's gonna
Yeah.
go.
And is Robert Pattinson supposed to be Batman again?
Yep.
Good.
Matt Reeves, the director and the executive producer, he's creating a trilogy.
Yeah, I thought Robert Pattinson did a good job as
Emo Batman.
yeah, well, as a younger Batman, like the beginning stages.
It's based off a comic book called Batman Year One.
Yeah, so I thought he did a good.
Oh yeah, he did phenomenal.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job.
And when
with
you
that.
have Andy Serkis as Alfred, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis may be the most underrated actor of our generation.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
You know who Andy Serkis is, Sophia?
No, I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
Gollum from Lord of the Rings, Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, and he was in
13 going on 30, he was her boss.
he was in Black Panther.
Oh yeah,
He was
He's in the MCU.
Yeah, he's in the MCU.
Okay.
The South
He's
African
the guy that doesn't have has no arm.
He stole
on
the
this side.
vibranium from Wakanda.
Yeah. Ultra,
I don't know.
Ultron took his arm.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Ultron
We'll show you
did a lot of things.
I
We'll show you
know.
later. But Andy Serkis is top notch, and I mean,
Yeah.
and Zoe Kravitz was great in it too,
Yep.
and Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Oh my
Holy crap!
gosh. Like, you kind of know it's Colin Farrell under all that prosthetics, but then at the same time, like, you forget that it's Colin Farrell.
Yeah, you do.
He
forget.
does such a good job being. He's always been a good villain, I think, to me, like in other things that
Yeah.
he's done. But yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. I didn't like him before, but I think, like we talked
Yeah.
about a few weeks ago, once he got clean, I could start to appreciate more his acting skill. And
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's good.
Yeah.
I mean-
Well, it's the same with Robert Downey Jr. Once he got clean,
Yeah.
you know, his acting just
Elevated.
Yeah. So so basically don't do drugs
Yeah.
and your acting will be great.
Pretty much. Or do drugs and then
get rehab.
and then come back. And then come back. All right, so today we're gonna do some questions.
Yeah.
What is the deck called?
How dare you?
How dare you
How
questions?
dare you?
How dare you?
dare
So
you.
Sophia's gonna be asking us the questions. We don't know. I forgot what the cards were because I picked them about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
They've literally been sitting on my desk for that long.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's in there. So Sophia's going to ask us the questions, and me and Kelly are going to answer the questions. And Sophia, if she wants to answer,
Yeah.
her answer, she can jump into.
Yep.
You all will never know anything about me.
All right, so then don't answer any
So
questions.
I'm just
Don't
then.
kidding.
answer.
I'm like, some things y'all will never know about
Okay,
me.
so if you want to answer the question, then you could tell us, hey, I want to answer this
And
one.
if you have an answer for the question, you may not.
That's true too. Yeah,
Because she's only 13. She has
Yeah.
not lived
yeah.
as much as we have.
What you mean I haven't lived?
You haven't lived as much as we have.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me
y'all
okay?
lived for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Everybody hears me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sophia, hit us with the first question.
Have you ever stolen something from a store?
You can go first.
Yes, by accident.
By accident.
You've told the story before.
Yeah. Well, you asked the question, so I got to tell it again.
I think we asked this question in a previous on my old podcast.
Yeah. So
I don't remember this story.
I was with my mom. I was probably about Sophia's age, maybe a little bit older, but I found like a hair tie or something, like it was something for my hair. And I was just carrying it around the store because I intended on buying it. Well, I kind of forgot that I had it in my hand, and we walked out the store. I think we were at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's or something, but we
You
walked
stole a
out.
scrunchie?
We walked out of the store and we get to the car. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this in my hand still.
What did your mom do? She slap you in the face?
She was like, oh. So I had to like run back in and like put it back.
Did your dad ever hear this story?
I don't know if he
He
did.
probably
He
did.
probably did. But yeah, I ran back and I put it back and then I left.
Oh, you should just take. I mean, I think if you didn't get caught, then just roll with it. Just let it happen. It was meant to be.
That's seriously the amount of security that they have. at the store.
Nowadays, you can't.
Yo, I know, but this was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So it's like this was pre 9/11, pre
Yeah.
all the security.
All the cameras watching it all times.
Yeah, so pre social media and all that stuff. So
I stole a silly putty once from Walgreens that was down the street and a Star Wars toy.
yeah.
I was like, I want it. I just took it. I took it out of the packaging and just hung it. Like it has a little cardboard to hang on the hook. So I just popped it open, took the silly putty, put it back on, and just walked out.
I think I'm gonna do that one day.
And
No,
then,
you're not.
And then the Star Wars toy, I think it was like Lando Calrissian. And I was like, man, I really want this one. Just popped it open and that, well, like you said, pre 9/11 and pre all
Yeah.
those security cameras, they didn't see me. And,
I think it's harder now to do that kind of
and
stuff.
it was, and I hate to say this, but it was in a shady part of town, Walgreens. So
so it was normal.
So for me, no, just me walking in didn't alert anybody, like, oh, keep an eye on this
yeah.
kid. So I just
Yeah.
walked in, and bing, bing, took took my whatever I wanted and just left.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I need to update my iPad.
You couldn't have done this later?
I'm okay.
Mom.
Sophia, what did you steal besides our hearts?
I haven't stolen anything. But Mom, I need a new pen. This one isn't working.
It's not working. Okay.
No.
You have to break it in. Here.
But I've tried breaking it and it
There you
doesn't
go.
work.
Take this
okay.
one. Come on, take the pen.
These are better.
Okay. What is the next question, Sophia?
This one doesn't work either.
Oh, jeez. Let me
Y'all,
see it.
you don't have good pens.
Let me see.
Okay,
It probably doesn't write on that card because it's plastic.
No, it's not working.
Then here, take a Sharpie.
That's not how pens
Give me the
work,
give me the
Dad.
pen.
That's not how they work. They're supposed to write on anything.
Here, look.
I've-
I bet it works on this.
There.
See, it works on the paper. It
I
works
don't
on
know.
actual paper. That's fine. No biggie.
Yeah.
Just don't drop the pen, the marker on my couch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. Don't
Okay.
worry.
I put the cap back on, so.
Next question, Sophia.
What is the best thing that you have ever had to eat?
Ooh.
I like that question a lot.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why this is under how dare you.
Watch. I bet you I shifted all these cards by accident. It's probably some
no,
other.
it's.
Oh, is
dare
it?
you.
Okay. Well, how dare you?
How dare you tell us
How
what you're...
dare you tell your favorite meal of all time?
How dare you eat?
How dare you?
What about you? What's yours?
Gosh.
It's a really good question.
I know. What's the best thing I've had to eat?
Yes.
That's what it said. The best thing I've had. I don't know.
Do you guys want to know mine?
Maybe
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
had
tell
it
us.
yet.
No, you can go first.
No. It might help guide mine. Go ahead.
Chicken Alfredo, which is really funny because I was reading a book the other day while Dad was at his last chemo session, and the main character, her bullies, she called them the Chicken Alfredos because that's what they always had at lunch. And then later in the book, they turned out to be trolls,
Oh, jeez.
and I was offended.
Do you like mommy's chicken Alfredo or do you like restaurant chicken Alfredo?
I like Mom's better.
Mom's? Okay.
Because I do the Alfredo sauce. It's homemade.
Oh.
So sometimes I'll buy a jar of Alfredo sauce if it's like for a recipe I'm doing. But I just usually, if I'm just doing chicken Alfredo, then I just make my own.
I think for me,
It's not hard, so
it's probably going to be like a bandeja paisa.
yeah. Explain to people what that
It's
is.
a Colombian meal. It's a rice, a fried egg, beans, is it pork rind or the
Yeah.
pork rind, sausage, an arepa, which is a little corn cake, and either shredded beef or you could also get a steak, a legit, is it flank steak? I think it is.
Skirt steak.
Skirt
maybe?
steak. Skirt steak.
It's the real thin one.
Oh,
and then it's with an egg too, right?
Yeah,
A
that's a fried egg at
oh,
the beginning.
did you?
Yep.
Okay.
a fried egg, and it's just that for me is like because I mean, you're honorary Colombian, but Sophia's half Colombian. Colombian, but that's
You're 100.
yeah, I am actually. So we got 1.5 Colombians here.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my favorite meal of all time. But I don't try not to eat it that much anymore because I'm trying to maintain my svelte figure, my cancer figure,
Your cancer.
my cancer figure. I packed on some weight since since chemo's ended, but
But I think you're at a good
yeah.
level.
Yeah, and I have to maintain this figure if I want to run the New York City Marathon in a few years.
You're gonna have to probably lose some weight if
Yeah.
you want to run the marathon. You probably will.
Yeah.
You know, if
Once
you start training.
I'm gonna
Going
start-
to during the marathon.
I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna puke my brains out. I'm gonna start training in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
for a marathon, not the
Yeah.
New York City one, just a marathon.
Just start
I'm gonna start training.
conditioning yourself.
So when we go walking, I might have to just leave you and run, and then catch up to you.
Well, fine. Just don't talk to me or anything. Just
No.
leave me.
That's usually what we do every night. We just don't talk to each other.
We do not.
So what's your favorite meal?
God,
And then second to that is pizza, obviously.
well, yeah. I still don't know what my favorite meal is.
Or anything your Aunt Jean makes.
Yeah.
Oh
I know.
my God!
Okay, so that's probably my favorite meal then. Is when,
Breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just drooled, and I just literally drooled.
So my Aunt Jean, she makes
Is a saint on earth.
She makes, well, I don't know if she does it anymore because I know it's a lot of work, but she used to make biscuits from scratch.
Sophia, this woman's biscuits are
Yeah, I don't think she does it anymore because it's a lot of work, and I would not ask her to do that.
Next time whenever we go to visit Alabama, she has to make biscuits. I'm not driving 5 hours and I get biscuits.
No, I mean just not from scratch. She'll just do store bought.
No, she's gonna make them from scratch. I've been accustomed to these homemade biscuits. I'm getting them.
So she does that, and she'll make eggs and bacon and sausage.
But no, you have to finish off with
And
the
she'll
magical
make
sauce.
sausage gravy, and she also makes chocolate gravy,
Sophia,
which is basically, I think she uses buttermilk or heavy whipping cream. I can't remember, or maybe just milk, and then the Hershey chocolate powder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she makes what
I put that on,
it's like brown gravy, like for potatoes, but it's chocolate.
I put that on my eggs, Sophia. That's how good it is.
It's delicious, and you put it on. We put it on our biscuit with a little bit of butter. Oh my god, it's so good.
Okay, I kind of zoned out a little bit.
It's
okay.
Delicious.
We lost Soph.
During that last part, I was looking at my drawing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, breakfast and dinner with Aunt Jean. Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Jean's
When we
breakfast
first
for dinner.
started dating and she made that for us, I was like, oh my god, where's this woman been my whole life? Yeah, I love Aunt Jean.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Have you ever had a crush on your teacher/professor?
Yes.
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 Yeah, we had in ninth grade. I had some teacher, and I can't remember, or he may not even have been mine, but he was a teacher at the high school. But he was like the best looking teacher, so I was like, oh my gosh. And actually, my mom wouldn't let me watch Dawson's Creek because of that.
Oh my god.
Whole thing.
Because in Dawson's Creek, one of the students has a relationship with one of the teachers.
Oh God, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's
no.
gross.
Okay, so now I'm not watching Dawson's
Yeah.
Creek. I'm not watching
It doesn't hold up.
It doesn't. It's not. They
It-
use a lot of big words, and they're like supposed to be like
15, 16.
15.
And it was based. It's 90. It's like 90s.
It's very 90s.
And I don't think it holds up.
No.
I tried watching one episode, the first episode, and I was like, this is really cringy. I can't watch this.
Yeah.
I can understand using big words that you don't know the meaning of because I do that.
No, but I just think it was very pop culture, and it's pop culture for that time.
Yeah. It was a very good show at the time.
Not anymore.
But yeah, it doesn't.
No, I don't think it holds up.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, I bailed within 15 minutes of the first episode. I was like, I can't watch this crap.
Because I think because so much has changed.
And I live Dawson's Creek, so
But I think so much has changed,
in the world.
Yeah, between then and now.
I mean, it's almost 30 years. Yeah.
It's kind of like not relatable.
No, it's not.
So, yeah.
So I had a crush on one of my high school history teachers. I can't say her name. It's not the one that reached out to me.
Yeah.
It was another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So that's enough. And
Yep.
I don't think you could answer that question.
She's only had like a couple male teachers.
Yeah.
The rest are female.
Has she ever had a male teacher?
Her math teacher in
Okay.
6th grade.
I had one substitute teacher who was horrible at time management. I was miserable during his class. It was just so slow and so boring. And it's the same thing with my social studies teacher. He's so boring. Even Nana thought he was boring.
Yeah, she doesn't go to those live lessons anymore because he's like very monotone,
jeez.
and it's bad. We were just like, ugh.
All right.
I've had crushes before,
But not on teachers.
not on teachers.
Okay. All right. Next question.
One moment. What is the most embarrassing music that you like to listen to?
Ooh.
I mean, I like boy bands. That's not really embarrassing because everybody loves boy bands.
A lot of people listen to
Probably the sometimes a country song hits right. You're gonna say the B-52s, I bet. Ugh.
No.
So awful.
No. I don't think I'm embarrassed by any music
Neither
that
am
I
I.
listen to. Yeah.
I'm proud of my stuff.
I feel like I have a very broad range of
Musical taste.
yeah.
No, I'm not, there's no real embarrassment other than a random country song here and there, but no.
Yeah, no real embarrassment.
Probably
No.
Vocaloid for me. I actually have an answer unlike y'all,
Vocaloid.
which is really bad because it's my entire playlist.
Yeah, but you're not embarrassed of it.
Yeah.
You
a
share it
little
with
bit.
us. Why be embarrassed of your musical taste?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'd be yeah, this is what I like, and if you don't like it, then whatever.
That's a them problem.
Also, musicals.
Musicals.
That can be kind of embarrassing sometimes.
It could be.
I guess it depends on the musical.
Yeah.
Especially when the musical gets really, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if it's like the SpongeBob musical.
It's our SpongeBob musical.
Yeah, there is.
The SpongeBob musical is actually good.
I didn't know there was a SpongeBob musical.
Like I don't know. I feel like something like that like would be a little embarrassing.
I didn't even know there was one.
But I guess it just depends on.
Funny thing is, I actually do listen to one of the songs from the SpongeBob musical.
There you go. Next question.
What is something you used to do that makes you cringe now?
Something that I used to do that makes me cringe now.
So many things. So many things. Dear God, so many things.
I used to bite my toenails.
Oh! What
and
is...
then when I hurt my knee, I couldn't do it anymore because I tried it once and then my knee went. And I was like, nope, that's it. I'm done with that.
Hand, foot, and mouth.
And then I think about it now. I'm like, ew, why?
Why? Why? What was the reason?
I was like 8 or
gross.
9. I don't know.
Okay, well you were a kid. This wasn't like yesterday.
No. No, this was yesterday. You'd be taking me to the hospital for a blown out kneecap. No, this was like when I was like 8 or 9 that I used to do that. That's the most embarrassing thing I could think of. Or write poetry to girls.
Okay.
Hence, listen to the words.
Yeah. It kind of worked out
Yeah, it
for
did.
that for you.
It did.
I'm gonna say when you kind of hit it right there. I used to try to write songs,
Aw.
and then
me too. Oh no.
I would like have my mom and my dad read them, and my dad would be like, "Oh yeah, that's really good." And I'm like, now like thinking back, I'm like, was he lying to me? Because Yeah.
Rich was like, he's reading and he goes,
Why are you the way you are?
basically,
oh my God. Or
he probably wouldn't even have
so
remembered.
yeah, mommy's writing and she's like, oh my God. There he goes.
Emotional damage.
I don't even know. It was like about love and stuff. It's not like I had like
You've
a rough
never
childhood.
experienced love before in that age.
I know.
And you let your dad read it? Ooh, that made me cringe.
I don't know. See?
See, I had a bit more sense than mom when I was younger, and I feel a lot more confident now because I wrote songs. They were really bad songs. I still have the notebook I wrote them in, and I never showed them to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm glad I haven't.
I think
because-
that's the most cringy
Yeah,
thing.
you took the cake there. If this was a competition, you won. Because,
I think I'm gonna burn that notebook. Maybe
Yeah.
I might do it.
hold on to it or burn it. I gotta make a fire pit in the back, so maybe we'll burn it. All right, so next question, because that was mommy won that one. Mommy won that round.
I didn't know we were.
It was a
trying to
competition,
win.
but it was a
I didn't
competition.
know it was a
It's a
competition.
competition now.
That was it.
What is the most expensive thing you've ever bought that wasn't a house or a car?
Mommy.
You didn't buy me.
I know, I didn't.
There was no dowry. If anything, my parents gave you money.
They gave me like, here, take her. We want to enjoy our house. Take her. What's the most expensive thing? That's like house or a car, you said?
That's not a house or a
Not
car.
a house or a car.
But I've never bought a house
Well,
or a car, so
Well, I can't say the fence because the fence was $10,000, but that's part of the house.
Yeah, and we can't say the land that the tree
And the house.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
all
so
had to do with
nothing,
the house.
nothing of the house sort.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna say, probably our Disney trips.
yeah.
no, I don't think that qualifies.
Why?
Yeah, that it does. Dad, it does.
That's
qualify.
for me. That's an experience. That's not like I'm thinking when you say thing you bought, it's like a computer, a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is a thing.
But an experience. That's an experience.
Yeah.
And that's an experience that we all enjoy together. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, what's something you bought for yourself? How
Okay,
about that?
Then the food
Okay.
at Disney.
food at
Yeah.
Disney.
The food. Fair.
All right, something. Okay. Well, no.
Like a
that's-
purse. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I think for me, it's probably gonna be either my laptop or my podcast equipment
Yeah. I would say your podcast equipment.
because that right there was about $600. That was $100. So yeah, it's actually the same amount. The laptop was $1,000 and the equipment was $1,000. So there you go.
But you still buy stuff for the podcast.
I actually haven't bought anything in a while. I think I'm set with my.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, I'd like to upgrade that microphone, but we don't usually have a third mic half the time. So, well,
Yeah.
95% of the time, I don't have a third mic, so I don't see a reason to upgrade it yet.
Yeah.
And that one suffices.
I'm.
I do agree with you with the experience. The Disney is the most expensive, but I think that's an experience that
Yeah. So
it's not like I went to Disney. Like this is not physical. Like I have this in my hand.
Yeah. And then I was gonna say our Adele tickets that we had bought.
That was an
but
experience.
That's still an experience.
Yeah.
The tickets were tangible.
Yeah.
We held those.
This little piece of paper was $700.
Yeah.
A purse that you have.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I was gonna say a laptop, but my hand-me-downs go to you. So
Do you want me to give my answer?
Yeah,
Please.
give your answer.
So Mom can think.
yeah.
A while back, I probably bought more expensive things than this, but this is the most expensive thing I can remember.
Okay.
I bought Dad a plush from a show we like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So that way they.
And it was my chemo buddy. He was with me
Yeah.
every single chemo session.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Was.
And everybody would say, what is that? And it's like, it's a show me and my daughter watch. And he was with me on my last chemo session.
Yeah.
He was with I mean, like I said, every single one of them. And
Yeah.
if you look at my Instagram posts, I think the last chemo, Sophia drew a drawing of him.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think.
any day now.
Yeah,
It's
know.
a 45-minute podcast.
Shut
I
up.
believe in you, Mom. You just need to believe in yourself.
If I had to guess for Mama, I was going to say her car.
It's not a car.
It can't
Not
be a
ask for
car.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
no,
apologize.
Y'all are foolish.
Or one of her purses.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say one of my purses that I have because I have like some Kate Spades and Coaches and
That I didn't buy.
no, these were pre us
Pre-us,
getting
yeah.
married.
So
and
these are almost
everything.
20-year-old purses.
Yeah.
So they probably sell for pretty nice money right now.
No.
No, not vintage.
No.
The handbag market's not like that. Weak.
No. That's why I just keep them because
Yeah.
there's like no point.
All right.
So that's why I have so many because
Yeah.
I can't sell them.
And Bruce ate one.
Yeah, that was probably my most expensive
The one he ate?
and my favorite one. And he
literally ate the thing.
ate the handle.
And we couldn't.
ugh.
And she couldn't discipline him because we had no idea at what point
Yeah,
he did it.
I have no
So
idea when he did it.
If you start beating him up and you're like, "This is what you get," he's
because
like,
the purse was under the bed, and it was because like Lily, I had never had a dog that chewed before because Patches he never chewed on anything that wasn't his.
No.
Like he chewed on his bones, and
Penny,
that was it.
Penny was just chewing the walls.
Penny,
She literally ate a corner of the wall. So
yeah, she did. She was mad. I
yeah,
think.
she got mad at us for something. She ate the corner of the wall.
Yeah,
And she ate the door.
yeah,
She ate part of our bathroom door upstairs.
yeah. That, and then
And
the
the wall.
patio door.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So so she ate doors, and then Lily doesn't chew on anything.
Lily's just waiting for death. That's all she does.
She has never chewed on anything. She likes playing with toys, but she can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like, so I never had a dog that chewed stuff, so it never occurred to me to not have my purse under the bed because I don't have any place else to put it.
Yeah.
So then I had to get bags to put, and it was in a bag. But he chewed the drawstring
He's
bag
like, there's something good in
and
here.
opened it
Something
and chewed
tasty.
the handle off.
Yeah.
I was
To the point where there was no replacing it.
there's no way to fix it.
You still have it?
Yes, I still have
Okay.
it. I can't bear to throw it out.
Well, we could probably figure out someone that can make a new handle for it.
Maybe I got to try that leather shop that's
Yeah.
by us.
We've been saying that for years now.
I know, and I don't have the heart to do it.
Next question, Sophia.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you this year?
This year, I know late last year I have one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to because this year it's been a wash with chemo and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So late last year when I was in the hospital, mommy was giving me she was wiping me down for my surgery. They were like, "Hey, do you want us to do it? Or do you want to do it?" And
No, they didn't ask.
they didn't. Okay,
They just said, "Here you go,"
Here's all
and
the
gave
stuff.
it to me. And I'm like, seriously.
So
Like,
mommy had
why
to-
am I doing this?
how many more left?
5.
Okay, so mommy had to clean me off for my surgery the next day, and so she's wiping me down, and I started blacking out, just started
And-
fainting.
For context, he's naked.
Yeah, butt
Yeah, I
naked.
figured. I had a hunch.
He had to be, so he had to like stand
I
up
hate this. I really do.
because before surgery, they have to change everything has to be sterile.
Yeah.
So the sheets have to be changed. So they had just changed the sheets, and then he was sitting in a chair, and I had to wipe him down. So I had you sitting for some of it, but then I was trying to be quick.
Yeah.
And because you have to like do it a certain way with these wipes,
Yeah.
like there's only 6
wipes.
One wipe
joint.
per body part.
Yeah.
So one arm gets one wipe, one arm gets another wipe,
One leg, the other leg, and then torso, and then back.
Then you're back.
Yeah.
So I'm just about done, and that's when you were like,
I was like, I'm fading.
You're just like, I'm going. I'm like, sit down. And I'm basically have my arms wrapped around him, my nails digging in because I'm trying not to let you fall.
Yeah, and break my face again.
Yeah. And so then I'm like screaming for a nurse to come in. So they had to come in and like put you on the bed.
Apparently I was knocked out. I was in La La Land.
Yeah.
And apparently mommy says that when I came to, I kept telling them I'm sorry for the presentation.
Yeah. Because after
it was all female nurses and they see me and she's like, sorry for the presentation. I was like, I'm sorry for the presentation.
So they were, you
What's
okay?
wrong?
No, I'm not okay.
What's wrong?
I'm not okay. I hate this. I really hate this. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Okay.
So anyway, that was
my embarrassing thing because apparently I was on full display with strangers.
But it's just, it was the scenario. You had to be, and we didn't know what was bringing on these
fainting episodes.
So this was like,
it was the cancers.
Well, it was the anxiety
and the mass in my chest.
It was the severe anxiety from everything. So you had just never experienced anxiety like that before.
Yep.
So anyway,
so that was my embarrassing moment. What about you, hon?
I feel sick to my stomach.
It's all right. Oh.
And I needed water. I needed.
Do you really feel sick to your stomach?
A little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I don't like. I mean, like we said, there's not really an embarrassing story.
All right.
Like I don't have.
Mom's perfect.
I'm not, but I can't think of anything that I'm embarrassed about from this year.
Okay.
So, what about you?
Me just existing in the Comic-Con.
Why?
Why?
No, actually, I thought Dad was right next to me at a little
little
booth. I thought you were right next to me.
You kept wandering off.
You kept wandering.
And we would turn around and you were gone.
We kept losing you.
What the heck?
I was living life.
We need to get a leash for this man.
Or an air tag for my keys.
This was the first time he's been out since cancer.
Yeah.
I started talking, and when I turned around, it was some random person.
Some random guy.
Some
like,
random dude. And I just...
She was like, let's go now.
We booked it.
We gotta go. She's like, let's leave. Let's just go home.
I was so mad. I had never felt pure fury like I did in that moment.
Jeez. But we eventually, good thing we didn't leave because then we found your stickers down and then your keychain down the rows.
Yep.
Yes.
So, hey, that's life.
But the guy was really nice, and he was like, "Don't worry about it." He's like, "I'm blind on this side, and so I have to like completely turn."
He probably didn't even hear her talking to him. Or
No,
see him.
he did. Because she was on his seeing side.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, I do it all the time. It's okay.
Oh, jeez. So that was your most embarrassing moment.
I thought you were right next to me, and you were gone. You just disappeared.
That's actually happened to me before, where I think like you're right next to me and I'm talking, and then like nobody's there.
That's funny.
This man keeps wandering off. No, I'm genuinely considering getting a leash. Like,
I'm living my best life.
Like when you see those toddlers out in the street and their mom has a leash on them.
I want the little monkey on my back.
Yeah,
with the little leash on it.
We're getting a leash.
We're gonna get one for him for Disney. He's gonna get a backpack with a leash.
Get me a little keychain that when you whistle it beeps. You go and it goes.
No, I'm just gonna do that with
Oh my. Sophia, you don't know this story. Okay.
I'm scared now.
Strap in for this crap.
Last time y'all told a story, I felt sick to my stomach.
this
isn't anything like that.
So I was in training at work about a month ago, And I had text mom that was like, "Hey, we're gonna be driving by the house because we're going to visit one of the facilities that's right down the street."
No. Hold on.
Go ahead and tell the story.
You said we're gonna be driving by the house.
And what does that mean to you, Sophia? I'm driving by the house. What does that mean?
That you're gonna be on the street in front of the house.
It's gonna be passing by, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm looking for you because there was nothing else said after that. So I'm thinking, usually when you say that, that means you're coming by the house. So I thought you were on a break and you were just like, hey, you guys want to see my house or something.
Yeah.
And Dad has the biggest smirk on his face.
And so then, like, I'm looking, I'm waiting, and the car's not coming. I was like, oh my God. So then I start texting you.
Continue. And for some reason, my watch wasn't alerting me of the text messages. So I had to drive to the facility, and I'm parking, and my phone just starts bugging out, just making these weird noises. Okay, you all right there?
Yeah, I got a tickle in my throat.
So it starts bugging out, making all these noises. I'm like, what is going on? And I couldn't make it stop. And I'm trying to go to this facility, go get a tour of the facility, and it's like, beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, what is this?
Maybe you should have responded to her text.
And I'm over here trying to press buttons, and nothing's going on. I'm like... And it's her hitting the thing with the Find My iPhone. And I'm
because
like,
I'm trying to get it to alert you, so that way you will text me back.
Oh my God.
Because I was texting you. I'm like, hello, like what's... So then I start worrying that I'm thinking like, oh my God, he's passed out somewhere. Like, nobody knows to call me. And like...
So it's just going crazy. So now mommy has to see me on lockdown for anywhere I go.
So that's what we're gonna do.
The same thing.
Yeah, see? So I'm just.
So now I don't.
Start.
So now I don't text her when I'm in training. I'm like the next 3 days when I'm in training, I'm not gonna text her at all.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there from 8 to 5. I'm not gonna text you at all.
Yeah, you will.
Nope.
You will.
Nope.
We'll let y'all know if he actually does text me or not.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, you will.
You don't deserve my text messages.
Yes, you will.
All right. So next question, Sophia.
Would you stop talking to all of your friends for $1 million?
Yes. I would.
For $1 million? No.
It depends on how long, too.
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
No?
either.
No, for $1 million? No. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a...
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
no.
saying. It's a lot of money.
You can't put a price on like talking to your friends. Like I can't. I'm gonna go. I can't go a year without talking to Jose for $1 million. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah, I guess I don't have friends like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
I mean, not that I don't have good friends. I do have good friends, but I don't have the type of relationship with my friends that you have with Jose.
Yeah. So no.
So that's why I say yes.
Or with my good friend Joe Sanagato. I mean,
yeah, right.
I mean, I'm creeping up in the podcast world. Okay, I'm 125th famous on the basement yard.
125 famous.
Yeah, 125th famous on the basement yard, and I'm about 1 in 100 famous on the When They Pop podcast. They gave me a shout out today on their podcast.
Yeah,
we
they
need
did.
to stop encouraging this man's delusions.
Yeah. Hey, Joe likes my he likes the stuff I send him. So hey,
That means he's accepted for you to send him messages.
yo, that does mean that, doesn't it?
That's what that means.
So we're semi cool.
Yeah.
So his offer about gaming free tickets next year when he go on tour, it might be valid.
That might happen.
That might happen.
It might happen.
And we will get the friends and family tickets.
No, you won't.
No, when you're a performer, you get a certain amount of tickets for your friends and family that you give out to your friends and family.
Yes, I know, but you're not getting those tickets.
He says he's gonna give me tickets whenever they go on tour.
That doesn't mean they're going to be family and friendly.
You never know.
Family and
We're gonna be in the front row.
It's not going to be family friendly in general.
Yeah, I know it's not family friendly.
All right. So what was the question?
Would you stop talking to all your friends
No,
for $1
I
million?
wouldn't. You would, obviously.
You guys
Obviously,
don't know my answer?
Yeah, go for it.
I would not. Because every day when I go to class, this is the sweetest thing ever. I post a piece of artwork, and I've made it a goal. Every single day when I go to class, I post a piece of artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my classmates, he is my most loyal soldier. He
There you
comments on those posts every single day.
Yeah.
And it means so much to me.
Yeah. So would you think about
I
that?
would not stop talking
Yeah.
to him
Yeah.
for $1 million.
There you go.
Yeah.
$1 million? No. 10 mil? Jose, I'll hook up Jose with $1 million, and I'll talk to you next year.
Yeah, there you go.
But $1 million? No, it's not worth it.
well, the card doesn't Specify.
10 million, I could buy Jose a new house. Like, hey, look, we can't talk for a year, but here's a brand new house. I will see you in a year. But no, $1 million, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it. What are you looking at me for? You're always looking like, I'm going to stop talking to you for free. Yeah, it's a turtle.
No.
The shirt that you're wearing, I wore it. Someone was wearing it at work the other day, and we had a visitor from our Ohio facility. They're like, March for Babies? What is that? And I was like, March for Dimes. He goes, oh. And I was like, you kind of said that kind of rude. Like,
yeah, like
do you guys not care about babies? And
do you not like babies?
That's what I said. I was like, do you not like babies? She goes, oh, no. I was like,
The only time I don't like babies is when they're on planes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, she was all aggressive with it. I wasn't a big fan of her. Anyway. I won't say her name.
10 out of 10, don't recommend.
Yeah. Yeah. She thought she was funny, but no, she wasn't at all. All right, Soph, next.
Have you ever gotten stitches? No.
I went 39 years without stitches.
So yes, you have gotten stitches.
And then all of a sudden,
Several.
I had 3 surgeries. So it was 3 surgeries. And now just stitches galore.
Mom, have you gotten stitches?
I have not.
I look like I have 2 gunshots in my ribs. And then I have this beautiful scar on my neck.
It's not that bad now.
No? Okay. And then I have another one on my chest on this side. Which, can you see it? Was that stitched or was that glue?
No, you have. I don't remember. If for the port, I don't remember.
Well, they're gonna cut again. That's why.
It might have been glue.
That's gonna suck. With it. They have to make the cut again in the same
But
spot.
you did have stitches on your side.
Oh, I am well aware.
Yeah,
because when they took it out, that hurt.
This was glue.
Oh,
too.
was it? Okay, so my 2 gunshots in my ribs were
Yeah.
stitches.
I have not had stitches, but I have had a cast. I broke my wrist.
Oof.
So that was fun.
I did one, and I got one injury. I remember very distinctly. I was being dumb and stupid and really, really dumb, and
And stupid and really
Dumb
dumb.
yes, dumb squared. And I was running at the pool because all the other kids were running at the water park, at the one that they open at the little park, and I was there with Tita, and I decided to be dumb squared, and I ran. And then I fell, and then I scratched up one of my limbs. I can't remember which one it was.
your knee.
It was my knee.
You weren't running.
You got knocked over.
You got knocked over from another kid that was running.
Yeah.
Tita was holding your hand.
And the
when your
kid
knee
bumped
was
you.
scratched up real bad.
Yeah.
She was?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
When your knee was,
I
like.
think I'm pretty sure I was running.
Anyway.
I'm like 99%.
It doesn't
sure.
matter. She fell.
No, but I need to keep explaining.
Yeah, go for it.
So after that happened, Tita dragged me over to I'm pretty sure she dragged me to like an office.
Probably the
nearby.
first aid station.
No,
maybe?
not the first aid station. No, she wanted to complain at the office.
Oh my god.
No, the customer service.
She went to customer service.
That's what it was. You weren't running. That was when the kid was running around.
Are we sure Tita didn't lie?
Yes.
Are we sure?
And because you scraped up your entire knee.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. Like
I distinctly remember being dumb and stupid, but you know.
No,
it wasn't you. And I'm surprised she doesn't have a scar. Like that's how bad it was. We thought you were gonna have a nasty scar, but you have no scars on your knees, which is
don't.
pretty.
So,
I mean, baby skin is
amazing. She was like
2, 3.
So instead of taking me to a doctor, she took me to customer service and complained.
There's no doctor that can. I mean, it's just bandage it and move on.
I know, but still
bandage it and. Like
keep it clean.
I remember you would scream taking a bath.
Still, I was like freaking out.
Yeah,
I was freaking out when it happened because I was like, oh my god, I was thinking like, I'm dead, I'm dying,
No.
I'm going to die.
Well, and that
my life is about to end.
It makes no sense to me why why it's concrete around a pool.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like it should be like how playgrounds have like the rubber. Now they have like rubberized flooring.
But then that gets moldy quick.
Yeah,
the concrete doesn't get moldy.
See, it's just.
I don't know.
I kind of remember Tita complaining that it was like really slippery,
Yeah.
And like, of course it's gonna be slippery. It's the pool.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why they tell kids
No
don't
running.
run because it's slippery.
like-
It can be slippery.
No, but what I remember is that there were other kids and they were like these little poles that had like little button looking things on them, and all the kids were running to go push the buttons first. And I remember being dumb and stupid and being like, hey, you know what? I'll join. Some other kid was asking me, hey, you want to come join us? And I was like, sure, why the heck not? And then I got horribly injured. And then I got trauma for the rest of my life. Wonderful. Thank you, random child.
But you're okay now.
Yeah.
I'm okay now, not mentally.
Next question.
Have you ever cheated on an exam?
Oh, yeah. It's the only way I graduated high school.
I probably should have because I'm horrible at test taking.
Oh, I know.
I'm pretty sure I have. I think I have.
I cheated on my statewide math test in high school just to graduate. It wasn't even cheating though. They wanted you to memorize all these formulas. So what I did,
Nobody but geniuses can memorize.
So what
formulas.
I did was, you know how the scientific calculus had the instructions on the back of the thing? I made the little formulas and I put it in a loose leaf paper and I put it there. So they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm reading the instructions. I just bought this calculator."
No.
And hold on. Let me just finish this.
Okay.
Even with that quote unquote cheating, I still only got 65. I got the passing grade just to pass, just enough to graduate.
So you had the formulas, you just didn't know how to use them.
Exactly. So I barely scraped by to graduate high school with my math test.
Oh god.
No, because right now I'm in pre-algebra. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I have to do like the Pythagorean theorem,
Yeah.
which is not that hard, but they have so many darn formulas.
Yeah, it's
And they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to memorize all these formulas. As long as you memorize all these formulas, you'll be fine."
no.
I feel so much
And you-
hatred in
and
my
like
heart.
I hate everything.
And Sophie, you'll never use those. I have never.
Exactly.
Unless you're going to be a math teacher
Which I'm
or
not.
do something with mathematics, you are never going to use
Nope.
those.
I'm not going to be in math.
So there you go. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can.
Yeah. Just
And
scrape by.
now, Dad,
Just-
guess what?
What?
I have a darn intervention.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah. So any student that gets a 60%
On
or
a quick check.
on quick checks,
That's only like
or
15% of my
lower.
grade.
they have to have an intervention. So because she just had one, she has to go to this intervention thing on Wednesday, and she got the practice right.
I got the
She got
practice
all of them
completely
right. On, but
And
all,
my
she
grade-
got 3 out of 5 questions right on. She only got 2 questions wrong on her quick check.
And now that I've looked back on it, I understand it completely now.
Yeah.
Like I have my grades got better after that. It was just like 2 lessons that I got 60.
what is this
on them.
intervention? Then you have to meet with the teacher?
Yes.
Both of you guys?
No, just her.
Just
I
me.
think it's like it. I don't know if it's a 1-on-1 or if it's like a group.
I'm pretty sure
thing.
it's a group thing.
So
Okay.
yeah.
But still,
So-
I hate it so much. Like why this isn't Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah. Apparently it is.
Like
Yeah.
and my school's also convinced on top of being Alcoholics Anonymous apparently, it's also Hogwarts.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we have houses now.
Oh, jeez.
There's no reason to have houses.
I don't know. I just work
And
here.
you have to go
Yeah.
to all these events to get points for your house. And my house is continuously lost like every single time.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely convinced it's my fault.
Oh, jeez.
It's not.
Because I never go to any of these events.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. All right. We have one more question.
I have 1 second. 2.
2 more. Okay.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
No. I've never
I
been in
have.
a relationship.
I have.
There you go.
I've been cheated on a few times.
Do you want to explain or no?
I'll tell you the funniest one.
Okay.
So I'll tell you the funniest one.
Okay.
The other one, yeah, the funniest one is good. So I was seeing this girl. Her name was Casey. Hey, shout out Casey. How you doing? Yeah,
Well, not good now.
yeah. I'm pretty sure her life didn't turn out very well. But so I was seeing this girl, and just seeing this chick, and then a buddy of mine. Well, he wasn't a buddy. He was kind of an acquaintance. He's like, "Yo, I'm seeing this girl," and we get to talking, and it's like, this girl sounds like this girl that I'm seeing. And he's like, "Yeah, she's blonde. She's like 5'6". She plays volleyball." And I was like, "Yeah, the girl I'm seeing is like that too. Blue eyes, and she had like a little bump in her nose." And I was like, it's kind of like a Blossom nose.
Yeah.
Like what's her name? Malikia, whatever Blossom's name.
Maya
Maya
Bialik.
Yeah, kind of resembles her, but blonde. And I'm like, this girl
And
sounds
evil.
I was like, this girl sounds just like Casey. And I was like, yo, what's her name? He's like, her name's Casey. And I was like, so I was like, hey, let's call her. So we called, and so he calls her. He's like, hey, babe, what's up? And she goes, hey. And he's like, hey, yo, my boy wants to talk to you. And I was like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, and I was like,
It's like in movies.
I was like, so you guys, so I was like, okay, so you seen Alex too? She goes, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's over. And then Alex was like, yeah, girl, we done too.
That's actually really cool.
So
That's really
we
funny.
both dumped her.
What grade was that?
I was 16 probably.
Yeah.
16 or 17. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot. Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up.
Yeah.
See what she's up to nowadays.
Mine's a whole story that I'm not going to get into, but
Okay.
I've been cheated on.
Any cliff note?
I mean, it was a long distance relationship. He lived in Texas. I lived in Florida.
It was never gonna work out. Huh?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was
No,
never gonna
I
work
was
out.
like 16.
Yeah, it was never gonna work out.
So, and he was like 5 years older than me.
Creep.
Mom,
Creeper.
mom,
Yeah.
mom. I don't know how to
Well,
tell
I
you
think
that.
I had just turned.
And Ricardo allowed this?
I had just turned 17. I was getting ready to turn. I was 16 when I met him, and then when I turned 17, we kind of started seeing each other. But yeah, my parents didn't say much because there was 5 years age difference between them. So they
But
kind
they
of
were-
felt like they didn't really have a leg to stand on in that department.
When you're pre-18,
When
yeah,
you're
you
both-
did.
I know, but that's what they said.
when you're both in the age of consent, it kind of works. But
Exactly. I'm with Soph.
Yeah, I was of age of consent.
No,
Nah,
the
17,
age of consent
16,
is 18.
18.
Okay, well, anyways. So yeah. And he like had come to visit me. So that, they let him come. He stayed at the house. I stayed with a friend. And then when he went back, he's kind of did the same thing to another girl. And yeah,
What an idiot.
he started flirting with her the way he did with me, and said he just told her that he just wanted to be friends with me.
Ooh.
But I had, he was doing it in front of one of my friends at the time, which I'm not friends with her anymore. That's a whole other thing.
So the problem is you.
Apparently.
It's me. Hi.
The problem is me. So yeah, so I knew everything that was happening. Because it was happening in front of her at
What a
her
fool.
house.
What an idiot.
So yeah, he was whatever.
Mom, I'm
my-
gonna hold my hand
I
real
won.
for a moment. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Uh-oh.
I think you might have been groomed.
No,
Yeah,
it
what is
wasn't.
so he was 21.
He was 21, and
Yeah.
you were 17. You were under the age of
Yeah.
consent.
Yeah,
Creep.
yeah,
Creeper on his part.
yeah.
And we don't know what this guy's where he is now.
I have no idea.
We should look him up.
As far as I've tried,
We should look him up and post him on this show podcast.
We should
on the
dox him.
Instagram.
Let's dox him. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here you go, idiot. When let's find both our exes that cheated on us and just post it on Instagram like, hey, idiots.
Dox them.
So this show, this episode
Oh,
is
man. Dedicated to these idiots. Anyway.
no. I know his name, but I don't know where he is.
I forgot
Say
Casey.
it on here.
I forgot Casey's last name. Don't say the name.
No, I'm not saying his name on here.
Anyway. All right. Last
So, yeah.
question.
What is the worst dream you've ever had?
Ooh. I've had a recurring dream.
Oh no,
I don't have it anymore,
Oh.
but I used to have it when I lived at home, at my parents'.
I'm scared.
And it was a recurring dream that like somebody was chasing me, and I was like running all around outside and inside.
That's
and,
terrifying.
Yeah, that was a recurring.
You said dream or nightmare?
Dream.
Dream.
So probably it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because for some reason I heard nightmare, and I'm like, what's the worst nightmare I've ever had? No, I don't want.
Yeah.
Dream.
I would have that dream at least once a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mom, what the
What are
heck?
you running from?
I have no idea.
I don't dream often. That's the problem with me.
Yeah.
Like I do dream, I don't remember them, but I don't dream often enough to remember what I dream of.
It depends on the dream. Some dreams I remember. And after a while it's like just like
Fragments.
bits and pieces of it, that I remember. But yeah, I remember a lot of the dreams that
I've noticed a recurring trend with my dreams. I'm going to say what my worst dream was.
Yep.
But I've noticed a trend in them. So when I have my melatonin, I'm more likely to have a dream.
Yeah.
Than without it.
Yeah.
And melatonin gives you the message. It gives you dreams.
I get, because I take a half of melatonin every night, and I have like crazy dreams.
Yeah, and so when I have melatonin, I have dreams. But when I get overheated at night, then I get nightmares.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And you know what's really great about that?
What?
Whenever I slept over at Tita's, she always had the heat at the maximum temperature. It's what it felt like.
So it's like 200 degrees inside the house.
and so I had my worst dream over there, and it was so lovely.
Tita is my mother. That's what she calls my mother.
Well, and the reason she'll have the heat on or not have the AC on is because she doesn't have a thyroid, so she can't regulate her body temperature.
Regulation is awful.
And also,
so she gets cold,
and she weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah, if it's like 85 degrees outside, she's cold.
Yeah,
so
which I know how that felt when I went through chemo. I was
yeah. It's like what's normal for some people, for anybody that is sick or tiny or it doesn't have a lot of fat on them, they get.
Tell us the dream, because we're almost up at an hour.
It's kind of like Mom's, where I was being chased, but it wasn't at any house I'd been to. It was in some like crazy mansion or whatever.
Ooh.
Probably like something I saw in movies.
Probably.
And I literally I remember I had to like jump out the window.
Oh god.
Was it the mansion from the circus, Digital Circus?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it was
The
before
Clue
that.
Mansion.
Okay.
The Clue Mansion.
No. No.
Just say mansion in general.
I'm pretty sure it was like the Mean Girls mansion. The one that Regina lives in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was that one. But it was a lot more green.
Yeah.
And so I had to jump out the window, and it looked like a picture perfect town, like with a ton of mansions and really green grass and blue skies. And I was just running for my life.
Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And so, and when I woke up, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
And the entire room, it had it looked blue when I woke up. The entire room looked blue.
Yeah.
And so
that's happened to me. It's like it's almost like when the sun, you have your eyes closed, but the sun is like beating on your face, and you open your eyes and everything is
it's probably because you guys you're probably clenching your eyes really tight.
Yeah. And so
Oh, do you want blue for me right now?
Yeah. And so I walked outside, and Tita wasn't in the house at all. And I was terrified. I was freaking out. I was like,
she thought she was still dreaming.
Yeah.
No, I felt like I was going to have like a mental breakdown. And Tita wasn't there at all. And I didn't know where she was.
Where was she?
I don't remember. I think she was like outside.
Oh.
She was probably out in her garden or something.
It was so early in the morning too. Like, what? You're not a farmer.
Yeah. In her head, she is.
She thinks she is. She wants to be. That's what she wants to be when she grows up, is a farmer.
We need to abolish daylight savings time. We're not saving the sun.
No.
The sun does not need to be saved. We need to be saved. My sleep schedule needs to be saved.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So the show Instagram is Listen to the Words Podcast. The show email is listentothewords.pod@gmail.com. If you like pop culture, check out the When They Pop podcast.
Yep.
Tell them I sent you. And if you like really funny stuff, go listen to The Basement Yard and tell Joe that I sent you. Joe knows me.
Oh yeah.
What's your stuff?
My show email is listentotheWordsPodKelly@gmail.com.
Sophia doesn't have anything to promote, so
I have no digital footprint.
no, she doesn't. All right.
And we're gonna keep it that way.
We're gonna keep it that way as long as we can. With that being said, we will see you next week. Next week's episode is an interesting one. It's a bracket.
It is.
We already recorded it, and it's already been it's on the website to post.
Yes.
It'll be on there next week,
Yes.
and it's gonna be interesting. Okay.
Themed.
Ooh. All right then. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
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 Bye.